Hi, I'm Chris from EH Wealth. I'd just like to thank you for requesting the step-by-step guide. The access information is on its way to the email address you provided, but before you check your inbox, I really need to watch this first. Now you've got a step-by-step guide to making £1,500 a month from one property. I want to show you how you can take this resource to the next level. And to do this, I want to give you a total of 5 strategies that you can use right now to make money from property without ever setting foot in a bank. That's right, no more worrying about whether your credit's good enough. No more having to save a 25% deposit for a property purchase. Just put these 5 strategies into effect and invest in property today. The truth is, banks are still being very strict on who can get a mortgage, and with wages stagnating often lower than inflation, property investment is becoming more and more difficult to do the traditional way. Now, this isn't me just making things up. According to the British Bankers Association, lenders are still less willing to approve mortgage than they were 2 years ago in 2013. Plus, with wages still stagnant, raising enough money for a deposit is out of the reach for most people. So if you're struggling to get your property journey started, or even increase your portfolio, you're not alone. So how do you get around this? Are there any ways to achieve property investment success without having great credit or a huge bank balance? Well, there are, and that's what this page is all about. Over the last 10 years, we've used creative strategies to buy, sell, trade, and rent properties all over the Southwest. When we started our property journey, we had bad credit and no cash in the bank. We had to find a solution to not only making income for now, but also to plan for the future. So rather than panic, we got to work. In addition to reading hundreds and hundreds of pages of books, listening to hundreds of hours of audio courses and videos, and speaking to several successful property investors, we managed to find out 5 strategies we could use. This meant no matter what the situation, if we found a property we wanted, nothing would stop us buying it. What we did next was to put them in an audio CD for our mastermind and our mentor students, so they could learn from our mistakes, and of course, our successes. Here's a sampling of what the audio CD contains. How to make money from property you don't even own. How to access unlimited amounts of cash for property investment. How to take control of a property now and buy it in 5 years' time. How you can get a seller of the property to fund a property purchase. Why investing in a property the traditional way is wrong, and why you need to change your mindset. 8 simple tips you can use starting today to change the way you think and become successful in everything you do. How you can benefit from the rise in housing value for just £1, and of course, much, much more. This audio CD is packed with examples of how we use these strategies, so you can literally copy what we do and become successful in property. There are people out there using these strategies and techniques right now to make thousands of pounds a month from property. Personally, I wouldn't invest in another property without having these strategies in your toolbox. I mean it. We've already done the hard work. We've already made the mistakes and figured out what works, and of course what doesn't. And believe me, we've made some big mistakes. That's why we documented all this information so our students could learn from our mistakes, so they can duplicate our results for themselves. I was originally going to keep this strictly for our mastermind and mentor students, but now we're looking for some people to take these strategies and run with them to be our next success stories. We've made this available on our website for £197, but right now I'm giving you instant access to the whole thing for £29. Literally, you couldn't take your partner or friend out for dinner for that sort of money these days. So, if you want to become a successful property investor, if you want to make money from property without going to the bank, and if you want to avoid making the mistakes we have, click the add to cart button now to get instant access to this fantastic audio CD.